Good morning. You're watching Millennial Diligence. My name's Tom. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and commenting on the videos. I love reading all your guys' comments. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about spreading yourself too thin, trying to do too much at the same time. I think as millennials, we are a generation of people that really have spread ourselves too thin, trying to do too much at once and ultimately not accomplishing what we wanted to. I know that if you focus on too many things at once, or if you spread your attention too widely, at the very least, you're going to be less effective at what you're trying to do. And at the worst, you're not going to get anything done at all. So I think it comes down to a question of prioritizing what's most important, especially as we get closer to middle age. We need to be able to focus on things and prioritize things to really be effective. Spreading yourself too thin and trying to do everything at once is just going to end up with worse results for you. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about that today, and just give some examples from my life, and hopefully get some examples from your guys' life. Just comment down below if you have a comment or like an anecdote about spreading yourself too thin, or when you really focused on something and got it done. The first thing I wanted to do really was, a few years ago, I wanted to start this drone business that I have. I finally have it up and running. I'm making a little money. It's a viable side gig. It's not as lucrative as I don't think I'm going to be able to turn it into my full-time day job, but definitely a good side gig. But I remember when I first started, I was trying to do everything at once. I was trying to learn my drone. I was trying to learn how to kind of run the business, and I was practicing for the Part 107 drone license exam. And I realize now, trying to do all those things at once actually hindered my progress on each of those things. Whereas if I would have just tackled one thing at a time, I probably would have been a lot better off and would have got up to speed with the business a lot sooner. So if I would have just spent the time practicing with the drone and then getting the license and then learning to run the business, one at a time with a list of priorities, basically just prioritize one task at a time, I would have been up to speed that much faster. But by trying to do all three things at once, it's taken me 3 years to get where I'm not even totally where I want to be yet with that, but to get where I'm up to speed and I'm fairly well versed in everything that job entails, basically. So that's one example. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. What are some examples of times where you spread yourself too thin and it really hurt your overall progress, or your goals being delayed, or basically you giving up on your goals? Conversely, can you give some examples about where you prioritize things and did one thing at a time and it actually worked out? Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in again. You've been watching Millennial Diligence. My name is Tom. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. And yeah, thanks for watching.